Hey guys, it's Jack and welcome back to another Pinbox Jack video. Today I'm going to go through some pins and it's my Disneyland Paris pin haul. I was hoping to do a bit of trading whilst I was out there, but the actual trading scene in Disneyland Paris isn't great. There's no pin boards, or I didn't see any like trading lanyards either, so on the cast members and stuff. So I took my traders, didn't actually do a lot of trading, so the pin board really hasn't changed at all, pretty much, in terms of my trader board. But it still hasn't stopped me from buying a fair few pins. Just having a quick count now. 18 pins in total. Most of them are, to be fair, like attraction pins and things, just because I like the Paris ones, and I have a few from last time I was over there, but I got a few more. And so we're going to talk through these today. We're going to start off with the actual park pins themselves. So I'll start off with the what I'm calling the four sort of Disneyland Paris pins, which are, the first one is the hotel I stayed at, which was the Newport Bay Club. They used to do little like hotel keys. I've got one from Santa Fe when I was there 3-4 years ago, and I was hoping to pick up a few more, but they don't seem to be doing them anymore, which is really sad. I mean, it looks like they've upped their game quite massively. Like they've upped their game on pin selling, but a lot of the pins are still the same ones at every store rather than, you know, different ones. So they don't do the keys anymore, so I'm gonna have to try and track down all the old keys as well. But there is this was like one of the only hotels that did a separate pin as well. Certainly the only ones I could find, and this was just in the gift shop at the actual hotel, because I went around a few of the different hotels, but none of them seem to have their own pins, just Newport Bay. There is Mickey with his steering wheel, Newport Bay Club, Disney. It was a very nice hotel, to be fair. Did really enjoy the actual hotel. Not too far from the parks, which is always good. It was walkable, you know, within about 5-10 minutes. But it was a very nice hotel, and definitely one. I always like to have a hotel memento. The 3 hotels I've stayed at in Disney, I've got a pin from every single one now: Coronado, Newport, and Santa Fe. But I do want to get the other key pins because they are pretty cool. Moving on, whilst I was over there, it was also the 30th anniversary of Disneyland Paris. 30 years, so a lot of the sort of celebrations and stuff you'll have seen in my videos, things like the drone show with the 30 and things like that, which was just amazing. That was so cool. And so I picked up, in fact, I'm going to show you like the sort of the 30 sort of design. I'm going to take this out of the packaging. I think I will take them all out of the packaging actually, but there is 30. And that is sort of, it's a dangler. There's a dangler element on this one as well, but the actual Disneyland Paris logo is sort of hung on the bottom. But there is the 30, which I realised in the parks whilst watching the drone show that it's actually supposed to be the Mickey ears as well. Because I looked at it, I was like, the 3 looks massive compared to the other bits. But there's the castle, the 30. It's a very nice looking logo, and yeah. It was a very, very nice pin. Next up, it's another one of the 30th anniversary pins. It was the only 2 they had, I think, from what I could tell. And this is it's like a spinner pin. The 30 logo in the middle, and then you got Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Donald Duck. And then the castle again in the background. I think I've got one from a few years ago that's like this. It's the 2022 one, but it's quite similar in terms of the same characters, but that's from just across Disney, I think. It was like an open release one, whereas this is just in the parks. Nice looking pin though, and definitely another one to add to my 30th anniversary collection. The final like park pin, I think I got the Disneyland park pin last time I was there, and there wasn't any new ones that I liked, so I didn't bother. But I did get one for the Walt Disney Studios park, which is the other. You know, you got the Disneyland park and the Studios park, which is, I think, close to something like Hollywood Studios, probably. But there it is, and it's Mickey silhouetted, looking a bit like an Academy Award sort of thing. But Yep, very nice looking pin. Does what it says on the tin. It's another Disney one. It's a open edition one. I think all these are open edition because they don't seem to do limited edition, or they haven't done for months. They're all OE pins. Yeah, another nice. It was one of the ones it was another park one I needed for the collection. Moving on, then we're going to go to. We're going to do the. I think we do. No, I found another one. Found another one from the anniversary pins. This is a open edition Disney 100 years one, but it is a Disneyland Paris exclusive one. I don't know how well that's coming up on camera, but there is actually a silhouette of the castle, and it says Disneyland Paris there, 100 years, Disney 100 years. There's Mickey and Minnie on there as well, and the castle very faintly. I don't know how well you guys can. There we are. You can see the castle, and it says Disneyland Paris on there as well. The castle isn't my favourite castle, I'm going to be honest. It does have a dragon underneath, though, which is, quite cool. You can actually go under the castle. But I think my favourite castle is still Walt Disney World's one. I'm just saying. There is my Disney 100 pin as well. Right, now to the attraction pins, and there are 7 of these. I'm going to start off with the one I didn't ride because it wasn't open, which is Phantom Manor. Also, it's the Haunted Mansion ride, but it's called Phantom Manor in. Oh, that's cool. You can see the little eyes on the back of the thing as well. There were a few of these, but a lot of them were things like it was character ones, but they were like it was Stitch as Madame Leota, or Chip and Dale on or whatever. So this was the only one that was like an actual, probably close to like a logo-y sort of pin that wasn't just the Hatbox Ghost, I think it was. But still a nice looking pin, very cool design there. It's the actual, just the ride building. No complaints here. Oh, love it so much. Didn't get to ride it though. Still haven't ridden it though. I've been to Paris twice now, collectively for about 12, 13 days over about 5 years. 4 years. Never been open. Don't know whether it's just shut whilst I'm there or whether it's permanently closed down, but they still got it on the system. Who knows? I think it's still. I do think it's still open. I think it was just shut for refurbishment whilst I was there. Moving slightly further into the park, then we've moved from Phantom Manor to. Look, this is the next ride along, I think, pretty much, and this is one of my favourite rides of the trip. Second one I rode whilst I was there. Big Thunder Mountain. There's a really cool train picture there. You've got the company logo, the Big Thunder Mountain company logo in the background there. And then there's the train and the Big Thunder sort of mountainy bits. And then there's like the company logo, which I think is a really cool pin. And I was looking for a few that were more like this, where you had sort of the actual ride logo as well. I've managed it with a few of the other ones as well. But yeah, I think more rides need to have these, more like ride logo-y ones. Moving on, then we've moved from Discoveryland. No. I can't remember. We're moving from Big Thunder slightly further along the park, around the back, past Indiana Jones and 2. Pirates of the Caribbean, and this is a really cool looking. It looks all sort of like faded and damaged. I think that is just the design of the pin. I don't think it actually is all damaged and things, but it looks all sort of like old and crusted. And you can't actually see that. I don't know how that sticks up in the light. There we are. It's better. But it's just the Pirates logo, skull and crossbones. Oh, cross swords. But a very nice looking pin. Like I said, I was trying to get as many ride attraction ones as I could. I rode Pirates more than I normally do. I normally ride it like once. Rode it like 3-4 times whilst I was over there. To pass the time more than anything. You get a lot of rides whilst you're out there. Next up, we have 2 pins. We've moved over parks now. We're now no longer in Disneyland. We're now in Walt Disney Studios. And the next pin is a well, we've entered another dimension for this ride, shall we say, and this is the Hollywood Tower Hotel. You get the... And this is so cool. I love this design of the fact that it's the building. It doesn't actually say it's Tower of Terror anywhere. It just says it's the Hollywood Tower Hotel. Again, that's sort of similar thing to the Big Thunder one, where you have the ride logo sort of thing and then the ride building. But what's not to love? And the next one is, this is an old set I think that they released, because I have a feeling I've got one of the earlier pins in this set. Or one of the other ones, which was Hyperspace Mountain. There used to be a series that was called the Attractions Collection, which they just did them for every single ride sort of thing. But I'm sure you get the art card first as well. I know they definitely did them for, because you get sort of that's the backer of the card, and I have very recollections that I've got another one of this somewhere. Or I used to do. I don't know whether I still. I know I have one pin from this series. I think I have the Hyperspace Mountain one. I'm gonna have to Google the attraction collection thing afterwards. But here is pin. This is the only pin I found from this series. This was what I was looking for when I was looking for the ride pins and stuff. Was the attraction set. But this is got to be a few years old now. I mean, this has still got the old pin trading logo, but the old pin trading logo. And this is a key from Tower of Terror. It says room 1313, the Hollywood Tower Hotel. And you've got the Hollywood Tower Hotel logo on there, which is another cool pin. And I'm going to say I'm going to try and find the attraction collection ones if I can. Final two pins of the attraction pins, a section of the videos I'm calling it, before we get onto sort of the miscellaneous pins that are left that I bought. These are both from a new section of the park that I'd not tried before. Pretty much everything else that was there, I had ridden before, apart from the Cars tour ride thing, which used to be something else. Used to be the movie backlot thing, but it's now a Cars ride, and it wasn't nearly as good, though there were a few cool bits. But this was Avengers Campus. Disneyland Paris sort of special one. There wasn't really any great pins from here, so I've just sort of picked the two that I thought were the one I wanted. Like I said, I wanted an Avengers Campus logo-y pin, and I wanted a Flight Force pin. And the only one they had Captain Marvel in it. I was hoping for an Iron Man one. I'm not gonna lie, but the only one they had that I could find was the Flight Force. It doesn't actually say Flight Force because the Captain Marvel's arm is covering the F, so it just says Avengers Assemble I Force, which is very northern. All right, let's run with it. But Avengers Assemble Flight Force, great ride. Just be careful of riding it too many times because it just sort of throw you around a little bit. It's not pleasant. It's not awful, but it does hurt a lot. I think I said this in my videos, but right, that's the two. Thing is, we now have 6 pins left to go, and I'm going to start off with one of the newer ones. This was one that was released, I think, about the week or two before I went to the parks, and this was they released a couple of Mandalorian ones. And there's the only one I liked of this set, which was the Mando and Baby and Grogu, the child. It's a nice, cool looking pin there. And definitely a nice one to add to my Star Wars collection. I don't think I've got too many Mandalorian pins, so nice addition. And the last lot, I spent so long agonizing about whether to get these, and in the end I was like, you know what, I've not actually bought that many pins. I'm going to treat myself. And this is a set of 5 pins, and I picked up every single one of the pins. And I'm going to show you off, because it's 4 individual pins, and then a bigger pin. But I'm going to unpackage them all first, and then I'm gonna show you guys what the new pin was, because these just look so cool, and I'm like, I love pins like this. They're sort of a little bit more adorable, because a lot of mine so far have been quite serious pins. I like the cute pins as well. But it was a set of 5 pins, and the first pin is I mean, they're all stylized characters from Winnie the Pooh, and so we love that. Love Winnie the Pooh. There he is, little yawny boy. Me after 3 days at Disneyland Paris, getting like 30,000 steps in a day, looking a bit sleepy. That's what I was like every day. Next up, we have Piglet. Exact same sort of design, looking very happy, like I was at Disney in the mornings after. I'm gonna get me when at parks in every single one of these. I think I'm gonna try my best. There is Tigger, or me when Flight Force only has a 5-minute queue. Me when Crush's Coaster was under an hour. that ride is ridiculous. Like the wait times, then you go up and you think, oh, only shot, and it's closed. And finally, my favourite little sleepy donkey. There is Eeyore, and that is me leaving, me watching the fireworks at night when I'm absolutely exhausted. Cute, adorable pins. And the fifth one from this set was a bit more of an expensive one, and it was it's a group one. It's the exact same 4 pins, but the exact same 4 characters, but nice bigger pin, and we love it. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, yeah, I've got to have this one. It's like, do I buy the other 4 as well, or do I just buy the one? I was like, if I just buy and Eeyore is in exactly the same stance as he is in the other one. But that will do for this video. Let me know down below what your favourite pin that I got was, and whether you've got any of these pins. I hope you'll have an amazing day. Check out my previous videos here and here. Subscribe just here. And I'll see you all next time.